We have some more news coming out of the Xbox and Bethesda showcase. Sonic Frontiers looks like it is not going to be delayed. People are upset that Xbox got Kojima and Persona. So one of my favorite things about the showcase on Sunday was the fact that the format was really focused on gameplay. They were able to give us gameplay for pretty much every single game that they showed off. And this was mainly because these were games that are coming out in the next 12 months. So they're all pretty much almost ready to go. They're just in their final polishing stages before they are released. And one of the reasons we probably got this is because of this tweet here from Jeff Grubb, and just in terms of what Phil Spencer was thinking going in to this showcase. So Jeff Grubb says here, last year Phil got really frustrated before the showcase. Internally, he would point to Sony continually releasing Game of the Year quality games, while all Xbox had was more CG trailers. And obviously you think about what happened at the showcase, it was all gameplay. Like I said, Phil Spencer saying today is really a gameplay show. Don't look at any of these leaks if they're out there. Close your eyes, plug your ears. I think this show has a couple of surprises, has some really big games that people have been looking forward to, and a lot of new games maybe people haven't seen. And I mean, Microsoft took the feedback from the community based off of their previous shows where people just didn't want to see any more CG trailers. They wanted to see games. And that's why they went with that theme of games coming out in the next 12 months, where they were able to show off tons of gameplay for games. Now, yes, there is the other side of the coin where you don't get the big first-party Xbox Game Studio games that have been announced previously, like Avowed, like Fable, like Hellblade, like Perfect Dark, because those just aren't coming out in the next 12 months. Now, today is the Xbox and Bethesda Extended Showcase, so maybe it means that they're going to be showing off stuff further down the line, or they're going to just go into more depth about games coming out in the next 12 months. We'll wait and see how that works out. But I think it was a good choice. I think it's a good choice to show games that people are going to be able to jump into and play within Xbox Game Pass. It really props up the value of the service. Now, there's differing takes on how the show went. I like the show. I thought they did a great job with showing off the gameplay. There are tons of games that they showed off that I want to check out and play. Then there will be other people out there who just didn't find anything that was there for them from that show. But at the end of the day, there's just so much variety, and I think that's what the value of Xbox Game Pass comes in. For the majority of people, there will be games to play in this next 12 months, and games that are already out there on the service. So I like this format, and if we go further into next year and then the year after that, we're going to continue to see hopefully more gameplay within these Xbox shows. And as we get to 2023, 2024, gameplay will be coming for those big first-party Xbox Game Studio games if they're going to be released in the next 12 months from when the show is. But if we go down here to some of the reactions people are saying, I remember last year being mostly gameplay stuff. I don't know why we have to keep saying this every year. Maybe so other companies can take the hint. I don't know. I feel like Microsoft has been trying to push the industry past some stigmas that have been plaguing the industry for the past decade. I feel like this flip-flops every year. Gameplay one year, CG the next. Then we get a response like this. I'm sure it all depends on when gameplay is actually available. We're at the point now where in-engine gameplay looks so good that CGI trailers are just redundant and often misleading. The whole representative of gameplay crap can get in the bin. And I think that's kind of how I feel with everything, is that we have been seeing so many CGI trailers, and this is a year in 2022 where lots of games have been delayed. It's kind of like that off year for the big games that are coming out. And a lot of these companies, they announce games, and these games don't come out for years and years later. So I like this format. I like the way what they did with Xbox here, which was they stepped away from that. They showed us games that we're going to be able to play, and I think going forward, I hope they stick with this style of format for the next upcoming shows, or have that one showcase where they show stuff coming out soon and then another showcase later where they give us stuff for the future, so you just get best of both worlds. Okay, jumping over here, Sonic Frontiers. So Sonic Frontiers looks like it is not going to be delayed. If you remember Sonic Frontiers, they showed off some gameplay of it, and a lot of people did not think it looked good, and they were hoping that they would delay this game. My initial reaction to Sonic Frontiers was it looked fun. It looked all right. Like, it wasn't the best looking thing, but I was pretty excited for it. I am pretty hyped to play this game, but I do not want them to screw this up. That's my biggest concern right now, and I hope that they aren't rushing this out just to take advantage of the Sonic popularity right now with these Sonic movies, because in my opinion, whether this game is good or whether this game is bad, it's going to sell extremely well. People are going to go out and buy it. Kids are going to be opening up this present under the tree, and it's going to be Sonic Frontiers because he's just very, very popular right now with the movie. So I think they potentially are just trying to cash in on that and want to get this game out this holiday season so that people don't forget about Sonic. And Takashi Iizuka commented on the public's outcry to delay the game and their thoughts on Sonic Frontiers. And here's what he says. It's not really that surprising. We do realize everyone is just kind of reacting to the videos that they saw. And because they don't understand what this new gameplay is, they're kind of comparing it to other games that they already know. So we do see a lot of people saying, oh, it's kind of like this, it's kind of like that, but it's not like this, it's not like that. And really the team is going out and creating this new game format for Sonic, and we're calling it an open zone format. And this new game system itself is something that doesn't really exist in any other comparable title. So we really hope that from here until launch, we can really explain what open zone gameplay is. If people come to Gamescom or Tokyo Game Show, get the hands-on experience to play the game and understand what the game is, because right now we're just kind of watching videos of people reacting to what they believe the game to be. And then he goes on to talk about the hashtag delay Sonic Frontiers that's been trending on social media. And he says, Frontiers is in development now. And actually, we've been doing a lot of playtesting with our target audience who would be in that demographic of someone who'd play a Sonic game and enjoy it. From our playtesting results, we have been iterating and we have been listening to the comments that come back, but we've also been getting a lot of great feedback from people who rate the game and are like, I had a lot of fun playing this game. I'd give it like an 80 or a 90 point score out of 100. So we do feel that we're getting to the point where this game is done and people will like it. And we do want to get that game into our fans' hands as soon as possible. And it goes on to talk about how there's been playtesting and people are just making assumptions, like you said earlier, about from videos that they've been watching. And once they get their hands on it, they are going to enjoy it. I mean, what else is he going to say? It's Sonic. It's a game that they're releasing, hoping to get a lot of people playing it and buying it. And I think, like I said, whether this game has great scores or not, it's still going to sell very well. We're seeing more videos of Sonic Frontiers being shown, more than the IGN first stuff. And the game itself, I think, looks pretty fun. There's definitely stuff in here that is a little bit concerning. Like the movement looks a little bit janky and the controls seem like they're a little bit stiff and maybe it's not moving as fast, but maybe, like he is saying, once you get your hands on it, you are going to enjoy it. Like I said, I hope this game isn't rushed. I hope it does come out and it is a quality Sonic game. All right, jumping over here to some Stalker 2 news. They did show up in the showcase on Sunday, but now we do have confirmation based off of this picture that Xbox tweeted out that Stalker 2 has been delayed and it is coming out in 2023. As you can see, Stalker 2 right here in 2023. It's not very surprising with the conflict in Ukraine that they had to move their entire studio and they just started development on the game again. So we don't know when in 2023 this game is going to come, which again just stacks 2023 even more. It's going to be an insane year, even just by looking at this picture with games like Diablo 4, Redfall, Starfield, Forza Motorsport. You got Stalker 2 down here. You have that Wolong Fallen Dynasty game, which I feel like not that many people are talking about, but I think this one's huge. This one I think is going to be a great game. It's also just a big get for Game Pass and for Xbox to get this style of game from Koei Tecmo and Team Ninja right into Game Pass day one. You got the Flintlock game, which looks very cool. Then you have all of the Riot stuff with like Valorant, League of Legends, and you're getting all the heroes, which is an insane amount of value. In fact, Destin tweeted this at 125 million monthly active players of League of Legends, and we'll be able to unlock all champions at $641. That's how much it would cost to unlock them all. Once this happens, 16 million active Valorant players can get all agents also. This is a very smart partnership for Xbox and why I said it'll drive signups. And if you watched my stream, when they showed off this Riot stuff, I was in absolute shock that they were able to get this, because this is huge. I mean, this is how these games make their money, is from the microtransactions, from people grinding and then spending money on the agents that they want to get. And you're getting all of this within Xbox Game Pass. And I think it's great, especially for someone like me who actually enjoys playing Valorant. Now I don't even have to worry about getting all of the agents. I'm just going to be able to unlock them all with my Game Pass subscription, which is very, very cool. And I agree, this is going to drive up subscriptions an exorbitant amount. People are going to want to just pay that $15 a month to get access to all of the agents, all of the champions that they want in their Riot game. Now, Forza Horizon, one of the most beloved racing games out there, probably the best racing game available. And it may have never existed if it wasn't for the fact that Xbox turned down a reboot of Project Gotham Racing. Now, don't get me wrong, Project Gotham Racing back in the day was actually awesome, and it was a great racing game on the OG Xbox, but they turned it down, and then they went ahead with Forza Horizon. So this was an interview between GQ and Playground Games studio head Trevor Williams, who says that they recalled pitching PGR for a reboot to Dan Greenwald, who is Forza's general manager, and Alan Hartman, who is Forza's corporate vice president, and it got turned down. It says here, it was one of those stories where the steak turns to ash in your mouth, and I'm thinking, how do we afford the flights home? After 5 minutes, Alan was like, what would you do with Forza? Where would you take Forza? And we pitched what literally became Horizon almost on a napkin. And I mean, that's just a very good success story. You look at where Forza Horizon is right now, with Forza Horizon 5, with the millions of players that play it. The success with the launch, even though launched into Xbox Game Pass on day one, but still millions of people bought it for the premium edition to get the early access and the other content that came with it. It's a huge franchise. It's a huge franchise that lasts years and years. It's kind of like that games as a service style of thing where people can continue to play it and get more content. We did get that announcement for the Hot Wheels expansion coming to Forza Horizon 5, plus the Forza Motorsport announcement, which also looked really good. I can't wait to see that thing live on a TV. But yeah, this is a very good story for Xbox, for the racing genre, where sometimes when you turn down rebooting an old series that people love, you come up with something even better, and that's what we got with Forza Horizon. To end things off here, let's talk about Kojima Productions, Persona, all that type of stuff. 2 huge Japanese announcements for Xbox and for Xbox Game Pass. As we remember, Kojima came on, literally said nothing, just said he was in partnership with Xbox, and then left, and people got hyped for that. And other people on the other side of things were upset because Kojima has decided to do something exclusively with Xbox. In fact, people were so upset that Kojima Productions actually had to put this tweet out to kind of reassure and calm everybody down. After the announcement of our partnership with Microsoft using the cloud technology, many people have asked us about our collaboration with SIE. Please be assured that we continue to have a very good partnership with PlayStation as well. And I mean, people knew that they were still making games for PlayStation, but I'm assuming there was a lot of backlash and there was a lot of anger from PlayStation fanboys, from people who were only on PlayStation, that were mad that they were partnering with Xbox. So we had to come out and clarify this, which you can kind of see. This is a takeaway from a lot of people. This person says here, they really had to make a post to stop people from crying. Sad that they even had to make this clear. Kojima Productions staying independent is the best move. Companies are going to pay him big to make games for them. He gets the freedom of answering to no one and can make the games that he wants on the platforms that he wants. It's really pitiful you even have to answer this way. You're a third-party independent studio with great relationships all over the industry. I don't get how people can be so insecure to even worry about this. It's how business works. I'll play your games wherever they may be. And that's the thing. Kojima Productions is independent. They're not linked to any other company. They can do whatever they want. Kojima can make games for whatever platform that he wants to make games for. And I think it's great that now he's making games for both PlayStation and for Xbox. I want everyone to be able to experience his games if they want to play them. I personally am not the biggest Kojima fan in the world. I really did not like Death Stranding. Actually, it's one of my most disliked games. I like the Metal Gear series, so it'll be very interesting to see what comes out of his next games. Which game is he going to be making for PlayStation? Which game is he going to be making for Xbox? And as somebody who owns both platforms, I'm going to be able to check out both. And then you have this over Persona, which is even more ridiculous than it is. People getting upset that Persona is finally coming on to the Xbox platform. One of the biggest announcements at the showcase on Sunday. First of all, you have this person here saying, Atlas, Persona is supposed to be a PlayStation exclusive. What the hell? Then you have this person's tweet here, which, I mean, just completely unhinged, where they think that they are being stabbed in the back and that PlayStation is being stabbed in the back for taking away Persona from PlayStation. This person says here, Atlas no longer loves us. May this great exclusive Sega rest in peace. 1996 to 2022. Where at the end of the day for Atlas, I mean, if they're able to make more money off of another platform, they're just going to be able to make more Persona games, more JRPGs with a bigger budget because they're going to be making more money. This person says, how much money did you give them? Gatekeeping even more beloved PlayStation IPs. Can you do something else than buying everything? Which makes no sense because these people here are actually gatekeeping Persona because they don't want anybody else to experience the games. They only want people on PlayStation to experience it. So it's actually crazy that people are upset that Persona got onto Xbox. And it's a great announcement The first one is coming out in October with Persona 5, and then the other two, P3 and Persona 4, are coming in 2023. I will definitely be checking these games out. But that's it for me, guys. Let me know your thoughts on all the stuff, the format of the Xbox and Bethesda showcase, Sonic Frontiers. Do you think the game looks good? Are you going to be jumping into that day one? Or are you going to wait and see how it turns out? And what do you think about the reactions to Kojima and Persona coming over to Xbox? If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that thumbs up button. If you're new here and you liked what you saw, consider hitting that subscribe button. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for your support, and I'll catch you in the next video.